Hi, Samantha. Hello. Hi, Samantha. Hello.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Samantha Uncut, where I discuss celebrity news, hot topics, reality TV, and so much more. All commentary is alleged and, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only.
In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous.
Hey everyone, I hope you all are having an amazing morning, evening, or afternoon wherever you are. I'm back with some hot topics regarding these men on the screen on my thumbnail. We've got Smokey Robinson, Martell Holt, The Game, the rapper, and Diddy. Before we get into the news, y'all know what to do as usual. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure to follow me on my social media platforms as Samantha Uncut on Instagram and Samantha.uncut on TikTok. All information will be listed in the description bar as usual, so you know where to find that. So let's get into these hot topics, and we're going to start off with The Game because his life is just moving in a downfall, in my opinion, because he has been ordered to sell his Calabasas home to cover the debt that he was ordered to pay in his sexual assault case, and we're going to get into that. So I'm going to be reading the article from Complex Magazine or complex.com. I'll also link it in the description bar. So it says that The Game has been forced to sell his California house to satisfy a $7 million judgment that was ordered against him. So according to court documents obtained and viewed by Complex, a judge approved the sale of his Calabasas mansion to help fund the judgment in the amount of $7,130,100 that was awarded to Priscilla Rainey, who won against him in November of 2018. The judge says that if selling the home would leave any money left over for the person who the money is owed to, then the court has allowed him to sell the home. That means that if there is any liens against the home or any creditors, then after selling the home, if there's money left over from paying off those creditors, then it would go to whoever it is owed to. So back in 2015, The Game had a reality show where Rainey had sued him and claimed that he actually assaulted her while they were filming the VH1 show She Got Game. So instead of fighting it in court, The Game decided not to show up to enough court dates, which resulted in a default judgment against him and in favor of Rainey. Last October, he was ordered to come to the court to justify that his mansion shouldn't be sold or why his mansion shouldn't be sold to satisfy the debt, and he did not provide enough reasoning as to why his mansion should not be sold. Instead, what he allegedly tried to do was transfer the deed to his manager, WAC 100, so that Rainey wouldn't be able to get it. The mansion is still currently on the housing market for $4 million. And even if he sold the home, he would still owe her like $3 million. So that's even if he gets it sold at the price of $4 million. So, and he has made it clear in the past that he doesn't plan on paying her anything regardless of the ruling. So we'll see how that goes. He played a stupid game. He won a stupid prize. And I mean, like, you gotta pay what you owe. Priscilla already has ownership of his prolific records label, and she also is receiving royalties from his album Born to Rap. So I mean, just go ahead and pay her. Like, you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You were ordered to pay her $7 million, so she's now a millionaire, and you're just gonna have to pay one way or the other. So just get to it, The Game, and pay this lady what you owe her. And it doesn't look like Priscilla is gonna let up on him, because She's even gone as far as subpoenaing his kid's school district to get documents such as proof of residence and their attendance records. So, I mean, she is not letting up on this $7 million. And if I was in her shoes, I wouldn't either. So, I mean, she's going to get it in payment. She's going to get it in payment or in blood. That's just how I see it. But moving on to another rapper, Diddy. We all know that Diddy has been in the news recently for his ongoing sexual assault cases that have come forth. His trial is coming up. It's starting. They've started jury selection in his case, and his trial is set to begin on May 12th, the week of May 12th. So the article that I'll be reading from is coming from Global News. Shout out to them because they are a Canadian source. So the article says U.S. prosecutors allege that for 20 years behind the scenes, Diddy was coercing and being women with the help from a network of associates who help silence victims through blackmail and violence. Diddy, however, has pleaded not guilty and denied all allegations. The jury's trial selection started on Monday, which was May 5th, in the federal courthouse in Manhattan, and it is set to have testimonies following the week of May 12th. And Diddy faces an indictment that includes description of freak-offs, which are defined in the court documents as elaborate, produced, intimate performances that Combs arranged, directed, pleasured himself during, and often electronically recorded those performances. Diddy has also been accused of threatening victims and trying to silence them by various acts. However, the lawsuit brought forward a dozen of women and men, but this lawsuit, or the trial, I should say, will only highlight the claims of 4 women, and one of them is his former girlfriend, we all know as Cassie Ventura, whom the rapper was caught on camera assaulting and dragging down a Los Angeles hotel hall in 2016. Since that video was released where he was seen attacking Cassie, he has come out, released his own video where he said that he's taking full accountability, or full responsibility, I should say, for his actions in the video, but he never really apologized to Cassie in the video. And he said that he was disgusted, but then he was disgusted when he did it, and he is disgusted now, but again, he still hasn't apologized directly to Cassie, or not that we have seen that he has apologized directly to Cassie. So Cassie had filed a lawsuit in 2023 saying that Diddy had subjected her to years of AB, including beatings, rape, after they met in 2005. So her lawsuit, which offered the first public account of the freak-offs described in the indictment, was settled in day 1, and then 4 months later, the federal investigators raided Diddy's home in Los Angeles and Miami and confronted him at a private airport in Florida. So he was indicted last September, and he has been held in the federal jail in Brooklyn after judges ruled that he would be a threat to intimidate witnesses and victims if he was released. So prosecutors are preparing for the trial, and they are projected to show jurors travel records, text messages, emails, hotel records, and videos to supplement their testimony and support their claims about what they refer to as the freak-off activities. They claim that the women were manipulated into participating in the drug-fueled actual performances, and to keep the women in line. So prosecutors say that Diddy used a mix of influence and violence, and he offered to boost their entertainment careers if they did what he wanted, and if they didn't do what he wanted, he would cut them off and threaten them, allegedly. So again, this trial is gonna be a major trial in the entertainment industry. I'm actually wanting to see what will happen, who is going to testify. There's a list of individuals going around. I hear that it is rumored that Michael B. Jordan is on that list. I'm not really sure what he would be doing on that list, but it is rumored that he is one of the witnesses that will be testifying. So I'm really going to keep my ear to the ground on this trial because it is going to be major. So that is Diddy. And then Smokey Robinson, guys, is being sued by him, and his wife is being sued by 4 women who are alleging sexual battery and assault. And I'm going to be reading an article coming from CBS News. So it's saying that 4 women have filed a lawsuit against Motown legend Smokey Robinson and his wife, alleging sexual assault and battery. The complaint, which is seeking $50 million in damages, was filed on Tuesday in Los Angeles Superior Court, naming Robinson, whose legal name is William Robinson Jr., and his wife, Frances Robinson, as defendants. So in the filing, the women are accusing them of false imprisonment, gender violence, and several workplace violations. And in a statement obtained by CBS News from the Robinson attorney, they're describing the $50 million lawsuit as an attempt to extort the Robinson family. The women who wanted to remain as Jane Does are described in the suit as having been their housekeepers for the Robinson, and their attorney is saying that Smokey is a serial and sick rapist and he must be stopped. And he's saying that he cannot describe the details of the assaults or the rapes because they're too graphic and disturbing for this time. And all the women are they were claiming that they were repeatedly assaulted by Robinson, one of which claims going back to 2007. Now, here is where I have questions. I just have questions because 2007, we're in 2025 now. This is about 18 years. So I am not trying to blame the victim or the alleged victims in this case, but I don't know. I got questions. And one of my question is, why is it taking so long to come forward, and why not file a criminal case against him back then? And the ladies are alleging that they were forced to resign due to the assault and harassment. And I want to know, when were they forced to resign? Because 2000, like, was this recently that they were forced to resign? Because they are also alleging that Robinson's wife, she failed to take action to prevent the alleged acts, and it is also claimed that she had prior knowledge that her husband had previously settled other cases with women who experienced similar situations. Now, I've never heard of any cases that were settled or anything against Smokey. Maybe I've missed it. Y'all can let me know in the chat or in the comments if you guys have heard anything against Smokey. But I haven't heard anything about him like of this magnitude. So it just makes me, I just have questions because there are certain things that are listed in this article. For instance, one of the workplace violations that is listed in the suit is from a woman who claims that while she worked for Robinson, she was only paid $10 per hour. And I want to know, what is the legal wage or minimum wage for work at that time, or what is the wage now? And they claim that they were not given proper rest periods, and they were not properly compensated for working overtime hours. It's saying that none of the women brought allegations to law enforcement for fear of loss of livelihood, familial reprisal, and the possibility of the adverse effect on their immigration status. Now, this is where things are going to get interesting for me, because now I got more questions. One of my questions here now is, are they filing this lawsuit because of the current policies in place with the current administration when it comes to immigration? Is that a possibility as to why they are now coming forward to file a $50 million lawsuit, because they could potentially be required to leave the country? So they want to be compensated now for damages, but before they were okay with their situation, and now that they potentially might have to leave, or their immigration status is in question, that it is an issue now. So my question is mainly around whether this lawsuit is for the damages of what was allegedly done, or is it because of something else? And I just have a lot of questions. The court documents are alleging that Robinson's wife created a hostile work environment, which included derogatory comments towards the housekeepers and emotional distress. Now, meanwhile, Robinson's attorney, Christopher Frost, he is saying that the evidence will show that this is simply an ugly method of trying to extract money from an 85-year-old American icon, $50 million to be exact. So Smokey Robinson is 85-year-old, guys, and he is facing this lawsuit. Frost depicted the allegations outlined by the plaintiff's lawyer as vile and false. So obviously that is his job as their lawyer, to deny and make it seem like the allegations are not true and that they are so outrageous. And again, this I'm just reading what's in the article. This is not coming from me. This is just what's in the article and the alleged documentation that was filed against the Robinson family. The number 50 just seems to be coming up a lot when it comes to these lawsuits against these men. I mean, you had Shannon Sharp, who's also facing another $50 million lawsuit within his situation. So, I mean, like, these allegations are serious, and these amounts are very outrageous. But again, if these men actually committed those acts, then I definitely want these women to get justice. And if this is their way of getting justice, and this is their way that they see fit to get justice, then I can't really have an opinion on how they should go about it. But I just find it that these amounts, the 50 million, these amounts keep coming up very often. And there are just some questions that I also have regarding the timing of these lawsuits. But nonetheless, I'm going to keep my eyes out on this situation to see what happened, whether Smokey go ahead and settle it, or it goes to court, like what will happen. I'll keep you guys briefed on that. And then we're gonna move on to Mr. Martell Holt, who, I swear, I am so sick of Martell. I am so sick of him. I just cannot. I don't know how the court is not sick of him like we are. So shout out to TeaFromTv. She posted the update on Martell Holt, the harassment case. So Martell went back to court. He was supposed to go to court on May 5th for his trial, because he's appealing his conviction where he was convicted of DV, harassing communications, where he had threatened to release RP on his ex-wife, Melody Cherie. So he was convicted of that, and he is trying to appeal that. So he was supposed to have court on May 5th for this appeal, But it is being said that Martell, I don't know if he didn't show up to court or if something happened with his lawyer or what happened. But on May 5th, it was ordered, an order was issued resetting the trial date. And so the matter is reset for August 18, 2025 at the Madison Courthouse at 9 a.m. Now, with this resetting of his criminal case, I'm pretty sure there is going to be another update for their child custody case where that case will be pushed back as well, because we all know that Melody wanted to have the trial for his criminal case to go forth first before they go ahead with their custody case, because that will determine the outcome of their custody case, which makes sense. But Martell, being the kind of person that he is, he's trying to drag it all out. And at the end of the day, you were convicted, sir. You wanted to go ahead and file an appeal for something that you admitted to doing. So why are we doing this? And why is the court allowing him to continue to drag this out? And when will the kids and Melody finally just get some peace from him? Because this has got to be torturous for her. When will Melody be able to just be free of him and to put all of this stuff behind her and to stop paying like court fees and just stop going to court about this nonsense? I don't mean like literal nonsense, because it is a serious matter, the crime that Martell committed, but it's just nonsense, the fact that this is being dragged out over and over and over, and he is doing this on purpose. And I don't understand how he's allowed to get away with this, how the court is allowing him to just do this and drag things out, why he's not being sanctioned. I don't know. It's just, it's crazy. Like, what is going on down there in Alabama? What is happening? Why is Martell not in jail? Y'all, I'm sick of everybody. I'm sick of everybody on this thumbnail. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share, and I'll see you guys in my next video.